What up, y'all? Mankini here with Mankini TV, and I am here with what I hope to be is a great series of interviews for the 333 Wreckords Crew. We'll get to that later. This is Guerilla Warfare.
It's Mankini TV. It's my show.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Good. It's good.
What's up?
How we living?
Living good.
We're doing good, man.
Excellent,
Doing great.
excellent. Glad to hear it. So we're out here. This is the control tour, leg one.
Yes.
This is night two.
Night two.
Night one was wild.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was like a small town in Jersey that we played. It was Dom's hometown from Freeze. It was fucking cool. Had a bunch of people come out. So.
Fucking A, nice.
Yeah.
All right,
man.
cool.
It was a great
well,
time.
we're gonna jump all over the place here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Real quick, the name Guerilla Warfare. Walk me through it, if I need to be walked through it.
Yeah. Funny, we started off as a band called 10K. We used to have a frontman a long time ago. We did that for like a short stint. And then we rebranded, renamed, reformed with a new lineup, which is us three now. My man Boggs on bass, my man Foss on the guitars, and then our homie Matt covering all media and making us look good, basically, taking
Everything
photos for
else.
us, video. He's pretty much a part of the band now.
Yeah.
They're pretty much part of them now. And we're just out here trying to get back at it, have a good time, and play as many shows as we can, for real.
Play as fucking many as you can.
But the name, sorry, I got off topic.
Let's go for it.
No, the name, Guerilla Warfare, the concept of guerrilla warfare is like a less armed, unorganized, kind of basically mini army up against like a bigger force. So that's kind of what I've always felt like as we are as a band, especially playing like the kind of shit that we do. It's like not exactly the most popular thing right now, so we're kind of trying to fight the bigger guys, I don't know, so to speak. Also, it's like obviously like an ode to Rage. So
that was the first thing I picked up on with
obviously,
you guys.
like,
I didn't know.
like-
I didn't want to put the two. You know, I just like, is that fair to do that? Like,
people were like, "Oh, you sound like Insert, this new metal band from the '90s." I'm like, "Yes, we can do. That's the idea." Like, exactly. Yeah. But nah, we love Rage, obviously. But yeah, the name kind of comes from that, and also it kind of sounds cool too. So.
it does.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you bring up the new metal, and it's funny because I was going to bring that up much later on, but we're already there. So I don't know how much you guys pay attention to a lot of the bands from back then, you know, the Limp Bizkits, the Korn, the Deftones, and all that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them are still going super strong.
Absolutely.
Super strong.
Back harder than ever.
Exactly.
10-year resurgence.
It's kind of cool to see all that.
Yeah,
what I've noticed from, I'd have to say, probably 90% of them is they kind of all have disavowed and disowned like that new metal moniker. Like,
Yeah.
that was a disgusting. We're not new metal. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But it sounds like you guys completely
love it.
embrace the moniker.
Yeah.
You're okay with.
I love being hated.
I dig it.
I mean, honestly, like, people get bent out of shape over, like, people hating on their shit, but, like, post my shit on Lamb, go, roast my ass, flame me up, bro. I was like, any press is good press. Just get that shit out there and in your ears. So.
Oh, you wanted to be on YouTube.
Coming at you live here in Philadelphia.
In Philly.
I also feel like just not only just the fact that, you know, I just feel like people aren't really true with their influences growing up. I mean, I know tons of people that are in the community that grew up listening to new metal, you know? I mean, it's just, I feel like that's another thing too, is like kind of staying true to what really influenced you growing up, things that inspired you, things that kind of put the seed in there to even get you into the kind of music you're into. So
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna outright say it. I don't care what happens to me for saying it. But you know, do you know who stands by their new metal roots and does not disavow them and does not get hated on? Well, they probably get hated on, but they don't care. Your Lord and Savior, or you can savor him.
Savor.
Frederick Durst.
Frederick Durst.
Limp Bizkit.
Young Fred, if you're out there, just have a cup of coffee and shoot the shit. We ain't even got to do any shows or anything like that. But if you see this, you seem cool and want to shoot the shit.
But seriously, why didn't you take Guerilla Warfare on tour with you?
You should have.
Seriously.
That's up, bro.
All right.
Real
No, I'm just kidding.
Real fucked up. Do it, Fred. No, but
Yeah.
I got to that unfortunately because I read an interview. It was probably last week with Jacoby Shaddix from Papa
Yeah.
Roach.
Yeah,
the new
man.
album came out, and he's like, "Oh, I hated that new metal," but it's like that's where you come from.
It's-
So
Yeah.
I appreciate like when I see you guys like online and talking and embrace. It's like I appreciate that because there's nothing wrong with what you came from. If you grew up
No.
listening to new metal, embrace that shit. Love it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New
I
metal
mean,
turned into butt rock, and that's when everybody decided to.
Yeah.
It did.
Literally.
It went from new metal to like fucking 3 Days Grace. So it was like, how did this happen?
Yeah. Well, and that I
3
think that
Days
came
Grace
from the
kinda good,
hatred
though.
though. I think that came from
Just
like
saying.
Sorry, 3 Days Grace.
that.
Take us on tour.
Did you apologize to 3 Days Grace?
I didn't
kidding.
apologize to him. I just said they got some bangers.
I don't. I listen. Let's be honest.
Let's
That
start
first album, and I
right.
know you guys have a whole new singer now, but that first album really is probably a classic. Like classic. I don't know.
oh no,
It's cool.
I have
It's
friends
cool.
who really dig the first 3 Days Grace album.
sure.
Honestly, I really do.
It's a great record.
3
Yeah.
Days Grace apologists.
Before we go too far off the rails, I do want to touch one more thing with this new metal thing.
For
When
sure.
You made a good point, or it was both of you.
Yeah.
When people talk about who influenced them, I love, and I don't know if you know these guys. I love City Morgue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Zilla Kami, So Smooth. Yeah, for sure.
City Morgue. If you're watching
City
this,
Morgue.
Guerilla
Big fan.
Warfare,
Big
City
fan.
Morgue. Let's do it, baby.
For sure, would love to. Nah,
But they talk about loving 3-6 and Slipknot. Like,
yeah,
like
man.
come on.
Nah, like my sister like kind of put me on like a lot of the hip hop shit growing up. So like listening to 3 6 Mafia was pretty regular, and like I grew up listening to like Outkast and like Chingy and shit like that. So going from that, and then my cousin kind of put me on like Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park and all that shit. So it kind of amalgamated to this shit.
And I'm with it.
Yeah.
It's probably why I'm so drawn to your band. Like,
Thank
you know, my first album, my first album ever was Nirvana's Nevermind. It was given to me.
Yeah.
Not a huge Nirvana fan, but 30 years later, listening to that album, I totally understand the impact it
Yeah.
had.
Oh, yeah.
And I wholeheartely get that Kurt Cobain is an iconic individual. It just kind of wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Totally a Soundgarden guy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Rest in power, Chris Cornell.
Hey, f***ing A. Shit, I don't even know. Oh, man. Oh, $3 Bill, y'all. It was the very first album I owned.
Yeah.
I'm fucking first album, and I blasted that for months, possibly years.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
You know, that influenced the rest of my life. Limp Bizkit is responsible for everything except for Woodstock 99.
Oh yeah.
We don't blame you for Woodstock 99. Don't worry, Fred.
Hey, he was just there trying to party. Shit got a little out of hand. It's not his
If
fault.
there's a fire, I'm not gonna tell him to put it out. I'm not gonna tell him to start it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
here.
not starting
I don't see anyone blaming Kid Rock, though.
Yeah.
Come on.
Fire's kinda cool.
Fucking Kid Rock.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
New metal fucking rules.
it fucking does.
Don't be a bitch.
So earlier, I talked about in this intro this series of 333 Wreckords
Yes.
Crew. I'm a huge fan of Fever 333. Huge
Yeah.
fan. Unfortunately, I found Let Live way too late in life.
yeah.
I literally saw them on their final show, and I was like,
Ah,
"Oh man,
no way.
that was I'm pretty sure it was at Rock Allegiance because it was
Okay.
4 months later. Fever 333 played that show at the donut shop in LA.
Yeah, dude, out of the fucking U-Haul. Yeah.
So I was very confused. So I watched this show and I'm like, oh my god, who is this band? Who is this guy? And I was like, he's singing about things that like apply to me, like.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, that band doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then obviously Fever started and 333 Records started up.
For sure.
And I've been a fan of anything. Jason says, hey, check these guys out. I'll check them out right away.
Yeah.
I checked you guys out right away, and I am a fan.
Thank you
That's
for
awesome.
doing that. For real, appreciate it. That's another reason, like, why we were so. We got a train going past. Shout out to Philly.
That's the E Train, I think.
Yeah, but it is kind of loud. There's not many places to park out here. Just saying, y'all should work on that infrastructure a little bit. JK, I like your city though. Fever 333. One of the biggest things while we were like down to like work with Jason is just because me personally was like was a Let Live like super fan.
Yeah.
When we dropped Consume, I think it was May 24th, 2019 was the date. We got a message on IG from him directly on May 25th, 2019,
Yeah.
because our buddy Anthony that shot a couple videos for us now, we got another one dropping here soon, I think, with him. But Anthony just happened to be on tour with him, and like Jason saw it because I think he had it on his phone or something like that. And he's like,
Yeah.
"What is this? I have to find this." And it's like, and then he found us. So yeah, the rest is history. We shot the shit for a couple months and then signed a deal, and like we've met him a couple times, and want to do a tour together at some point, like want to make music together and shit. It's all in the plans. It's just wait for the right time.
So what is it? You know, I've seen you guys, the Oxymorons, Nova Twins, Jin Wigmore. You got Garzy. There's a few
cool
more.
addition. Yeah.
What makes this different from other labels?
Truthfully, like, just the whole message behind the label is it really does match our values that we live, that we work towards in our lives. Like most other labels, you don't have really a like structure behind it where you feel as though, I mean, at the end of the day, people think that, you know, you can't change the world with music, but you can. Like I said earlier, you plant the seed when it's young, and that the idea can happen so young through music in somebody's mind. And I think that being involved with a label that has kind of like, I feel like there's a goal within the label to make a difference and do change the world for the better. And there's not a lot of labels that do that. And I know that like seems so like cliche to say, but like at the end of the day, we are out here playing music and we are influencing people regardless of if you think you are or not. So I think with 333 Records in general, I think it was like it not only, I mean, we were hyped to get signed to anybody, but I think a label that is doing something important is, you know, I think it was a very easy decision just from that alone.
Yeah. Whenever we talked to Jason, it was like I don't know if you've ever like spoken to the guy. The nicest dude ever.
Yeah.
For real, like the most like wholesome, like genuine kind of person you can talk to. Made us feel very comfortable, like we belonged there, like we were supported and still are. And yeah, there's never been any like weird instances of like anything to do with like, oh, you have to do this many songs for this record, or like, oh, we're gonna need you to like change this part about what you're doing or anything like that. No, he's been fully supportive of everything we've tried to do. Like we're still at the point now where like we know how labels work. It's basically like a bank where they loan you money for the most part, and then they kind of like promote your stuff is usually how most labels work. It feels like more of like a support system where like he's checking in with us like almost like daily half the time, just to make sure like y'all got your merch, like how's the shows, like, and it's crazy as to think that like that guy's got so much other shit going on. It's like it just feels cool to like know that like there's people that are backing you that believe in the same shit that you're trying to get out there in the world. So it's like a big reason why Jason like always like looked up to that dude, is kind of like having something to say whenever he's on the mic. And so that's one thing I wanted to like carry into this band, is like if we're gonna spit something on the mic or if we're gonna put a piece of music out, I want to fully believe in whatever the fuck it is that we're putting out and like stand by what we're saying. And I feel like he's a person that has always done that, so it also kind of made sense in that way too. I feel the same way about Oxy and Nova Twins.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously all those people as well. Death Tour is super cool as well. Shout out to them and Garzy. So.
Hell yeah.
That Garzy's cool as hell. I whenever like Jason hit us up about him, like I looked into his shit and I was like, this is gonna be cool. He seems really cool.
I've got the list literally at home. Like I've got the list. Like it's listed. It's the Mankini series. It's gonna be Mankini X 333 Rex.
Let's go.
All right, Jason. If you end up seeing this, just line it up, bud. Line it up, okay? And if you can't line it up, let me know who I gotta go to. Oxys, I saw you with Grandson. You remember me? I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Oh yeah, Anthony, who did our 2 videos, he was just out with Grandson doing pictures for Grandson.
Oh, okay.
And he's also doing some for Oxy on that tour too. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a tour.
Yeah, it looked like it was
awesome.
insane. Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. Oh, she's coming back. I think she wants to be back on YouTube.
Back again.
Yeah,
Guest
back
appearance.
again.
Live in Philadelphia.
Good old Philly. For artists, by artists, that's, you know, really great.
Yeah.
For
sure,
this is something, I think that's what's drawn me to, well, in general, I like anything that Jason touches, and I feel like if his stamp's on it, I don't even got to question it.
Yeah.
Again, I put on one song, I was like, I am hooked on Guerilla Warfare.
Yeah,
it is on and popping, baby. Let's go.
It.
Absolutely.
Makes me happy, yeah.
So, you know, I'm happy for that, and it's really nice to see something that truly is like this grassroots, like, let's do this for the artists. Like, you said earlier, like a bank loaning you money, but they expect that money back later with interest, and then they kind of tie your hands up in the end when you're like, hey, so we've made like $10 million, and we kind of want to own our records. They're like, nah, bro, but you can go do whatever you want on your own. We own all your first 5 albums are ours. Just like, well, man, you just screwed me. Like, you know.
That was one thing we were definitely like trying to avoid with this deal is like, because obviously like people get into like deals where it's like a 6-album deal, and it was like 6 albums later. That's like 10 years later, and then you're like fucking 40, and you are still stuck kind of in the hole because
Oh, we got the whole squad on YouTube.
Out here.
Shit! Oh my
Really
god!
out here.
All of them.
And that's the thing too, though, about it is like I just feel like some of these bands they're so young when they get some of these offers, and they don't really kind of like realize it. They're hyped for the offer. They'll take any offer because they want to progress. So it really like it's awesome that something like that came across to us, because like if anybody else would have probably offered us something, we probably would have taken it, but
absolutely, and that's real. That's real.
Absolutely.
Depending on like what it is, I mean, like realistically, it was like when you're in that kind of like up and coming stage of the
Yeah.
band, and you're like growing. I mean, like everybody's like, no, don't sign to a label. You don't need a label or anything like that. But like it is harder to get shit done like without a label because like shit is expensive.
You're
And that's
a
big
band.
reason,
This
like,
is your job. This is your livelihood.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
Absolutely.
having like people that back you in the shit that you're saying and what you're trying to do visually, sonically, aesthetically, like all that shit for one, and then to like have them like on the back end be also like, yo, y'all good on money? You need merch? Like, don't worry about it yet. Just pay us back at the end of the tour.
Yeah.
That's always how it's gone, at least like since we've signed, and like just grateful for like the opportunity and like them being like flexible with us and a lot of shit and like transparent and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So that I feel like is a big difference in between 333 and other labels,
Hell
honestly,
yeah.
is they're real.
Hell
They're
yeah.
real people you talk to. So
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
I'm with that. I think we. Oh,
they're
thanks
avoiding.
guys. Thanks guys.
You're looking at
So talk to me. This is the Control Tour, leg 1. Obviously, leading up to the release of your 3rd record.
yes, technically.
Technically 3rd.
Technically
I'm
third.
kind of hip. I'm kind of hip.
We don't talk about the first one as much, but it's out there.
Oh, really? We
You
don't
can
talk about
find
that
it.
one?
It was a different lineup, so
Okay.
I mean, but
Oh,
like
fair enough. Fair enough.
It was
I
a
dig.
different lineup. The thing was, is I didn't write the lyrics, so it's kind of like harder for me to like get into the
I got you.
the words as much, or harder for me to. I hate to say like sell it,
No,
but it's
no.
just like not shit that I wrote, so
Yeah.
it's kind of weird for me to like say it back loud. So we kind of have like phased out some of the songs from that. Maybe bring them one back.
We're going to edit this again. Their 2nd album, Control.
But yeah.
So well, we've got Consume. I bump that regularly at work. I apologize because I know some
Thank
people
you.
they're screaming and yelling, and some people are like, "Yo, what are you listening to?" I'm like, "Back the up, dog. Back the up." But so we've got Consume. We've heard Mulligan.
Yeah.
We've heard. I just blinked.
Flesh and bone.
Flesh and Bone. There we go. We got videos. Okay. What else can we expect from Control?
Control. We have a whole other music video that is actually. So we dropped Flesh and Bone like I'm gonna say like a month ago or something like that. 1 second.
Happy 420. Maybe I'll make the edits in time. This drops on 420.
Coming up very soon. Playing in Colorado on that date actually. Yeah. But no, Control. We've got another song and video dropping that we did with Anthony, and that one is actually. If you heard Flesh and Bone. Oh, I thought you was trying to grab the microphone. I could get you some love on here too. I feel you're staying real far. But
You're so far away.
another video called Small Hills, which is dropping I think in a couple days actually.
Yep.
But that's actually the back half of the first song we dropped. So where the music kind of cuts off at the end of the part's called Small Talk. It's kind of like a half song really.
Okay.
It's actually the intro for the next song that comes after that. So you get the video and like the stories kind of like connect together a little bit.
Okay.
So like
I'm with it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with it.
We use the same actor, Denzel. Shout out to them. Shout out to Haley for being in Flesh and Bone as well. Anthony for shooting it. Connor for handling makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
And Matt for doing all of the behind the scenes. So we've
Yeah.
got a great crew of people helping
It's
us.
a great crew. This because in the past, like it's just music videos just seem like they're just so. Whenever you're starting up a music video, you shoot it very quickly, probably like 4 or 5 takes, the full song all the way through, just a bunch of takes. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I really felt like once we did the Flesh and Bone video, that was the first one we shot out of all of them. You kind of felt a different kind of vibe of like, okay, now we probably are going to start doing videos like putting more work into them.
Yeah,
Okay.
the visual side of things are like, we kind of like went back and forth a little bit with like how we've done videos. Like we did some sort of DIY things. We've done like some stuff with HiveMind TV and our buddy Alex, who like does a lot of VFX stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Matt's shot Mulligan, obviously.
Yeah.
We'd love to like have some form of like collaboration between all of these
Oh,
people
yeah.
because they're all so talented and they all make different things. And yeah, I think it'd be cool to like have like a amalgamation of all those things together as one.
Hell yeah, I'm with it. I'm really digging this. I mean it when I tell you guys like you guys fucking rock.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you guys. I'm happy for me personally. I got in early. Like I feel like I got in early.
Yeah.
Before Guerilla Warfare is fucking on like arena tours and fucking blowing up shit.
I hope
Yeah.
one day,
Setting
man.
fire
I
to
hope so.
festivals.
That'd be cool.
So. And you be a hipster about it and be like, hey, I knew them, when those guys were, playing venues, chilling out back with me, Now I'm
be
like, hey
chilling
guys,
out.
it's me, Mankini. I got 400 subscribers now. What's up? Like, F you, bro.
We'll be chilling out back all the time.
This is awesome though. Like I saw you doing their thing with Freeze earlier, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Mankini's been riding for G-Dub on the social media. I've seen the
you-
name pop up many times. I was
Yeah,
like,
we
we
don't
gotta
play?
make sure we do this.
We don't play.
We gotta make sure we do this. And you came from Maryland.
Maryland.
right?
3.5 hours I drove up
Seriously,
here.
seriously,
That's
thank you
sick
for
as
coming
fuck,
down.
man.
It means
Yeah,
a lot.
seriously.
Of course. That's all love. That's all. After this, we'll go to Louisville together and, you guys take me to the best eats around there.
Yeah.
For sure. We'll show you some spots for sure.
There's
Louisville.
some good eats. There's some.
So I believe me, yeah, I went to, there's that like hot chicken spot in
Yeah,
like,
Royals.
Royals?
yeah.
Royals?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, I've
bad.
had
okay.
Prince's, so
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
no running by the pool.
Whoa,
Oh yeah.
it's fast. Lightning
sure.
speed. Doing good, bro.
I'm a homeless veteran. Can y'all please help me out? Anybody help me?
I don't even have any clothes.
My man ain't even got no clothes.
Sorry, man.
Hold up.
Yeah, I don't have anything on.
I got you, bro. I got you. No, I got you. We're in the interview. It's for the people. G-Dub is for the people.
Thank you.
God bless.
Yeah.
Be
One
safe.
love. I'm in a bikini.
Guerilla Warfare is for the people.
I don't know where.
Yeah.
He could have hidden that dollar here, and we could have given
Could've.
it to him from there.
I don't keep
I'm-
cash on me whenever I'm on tour.
I don't know. I had the extra $1 left over from the Starbucks earlier, so
We've gone off the rails again.
yeah.
As I ask everyone, I always do it because we've got to know.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anything.
I don't care.
I'm a simple pie kind of guy.
I think people are just, let people do what the they want to do. If they like pineapple on their pizza, do it. Do I like pineapple on pizza? I don't. But I mean, like, there's a big controversy about it. I'd say,
cares?
let them eat their pineapple on their pizza.
cares?
Look, if there's ham as well, then we could talk about it. Just pineapple though? What the f? Why? No, don't. You got to put some other shit on there too. You can't just have just pineapple on
It's
the
got to
pizza.
make sense.
Yeah, it's got to make sense. It's got to be within context.
Makes some sense.
Yeah.
Don't get drunk and just throw pineapples on your pizza and then say, surprise, bitch,
Yeah.
it's pineapples.
Well, like, what's your favorite pizza toppings? Like, what's your preferred pizza topping?
Me?
Yeah.
Ah, man, sopressata, the spicy salami,
Okay, yeah,
or
yeah.
capicola, the spicy
Yes.
Italian ham.
Premium meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's like $4 extra when you want to get that on a pizza.
That real authentic Italian shit.
Yeah, I'm over here gourmet shit,
Oh, yeah.
It is starting to rain out here, so
And
we've got to be
drops.
careful.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do.
Making sure this camera equipment's nice and good.
Yeah, I guess with that being said, with those drops coming down, and I know they're coming more and more,
We'll hit a brief intermission. I don't know if you want to or not.
we can
I
come
don't
back
have to.
later. At this point, for the time being, this has been Mankini TV. We're going to be back later, but for now, this has been Guerilla Warfare.
G. Trev.
Matt.
Hey.
Hey! And I'm Mankini. Hey!
Mankini!
333 Records, baby! All day!